hard at the new harbor. The workmen needed stone for their building. Toby helped, but sometimes the loads of stone were too heavy, and Percy had to fetch them for himself. Sometimes he'd see Thomas. "Well done, Percy. The Fat Controller is very pleased with us." An airfield was close by. Percy heard the airplane zooming overhead all day. The noisiest of all was a helicopter. "Stupid thing," said Percy. "Why can't it go and buzz somewhere else?" One day, Percy stopped at the airfield. "Hello," said Percy. "Who are you?" "I'm Harold," said the helicopter. "Who are you?" "I'm Percy. What really great arms you've got." "They're nice arms," said Harold. "I can hover like a bird. Don't you wish you could hover?" "Certainly not. I like my rails, thank you." "I think railways are slow," said Harold. "They're not much use and quite out of date." He whirled his arms and buzzed away. Percy found Toby at the quarry. "I say, Toby, that Harold, that stuck-up whirlybird thing, says I'm slow and out of date. Just let him wait. I'll show him." He collected his trucks and started off, still fuming. Soon they heard a familiar buzzing. "Percy," whispered his driver, "there's Harold. He's not far ahead. Let's race him." "Yes, let's," said Percy. Percy pounded along. The truck screamed and swayed. "Well, I'll be a ding-dong-dang," said the driver. There was Harold. The race was on. "Go it, Percy," he yelled. "You're gaining." Percy had never been allowed to run fast before. He was having the time of his life. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," he panted to the trucks. We don't want to, they grumbled. It was no use. Percy was bucketing along with flying wheels, and Harold was high and alongside. Fireman shoveled for dear life. "Well done, Percy," shouted the driver. "We're gaining. We're going ahead. Oh, good boy, good boy." A distant signal warned them that the harbor wharf was near. "Beep, beep, beep! Brakes! God, please!" The driver carefully checked the train's headlong speed. They rolled under the main line and halted on the wharf. "Oh dear," groaned Percy. "I'm sure we've lost." The fireman scrambled to the cab roof. We've won, he shouted. "Harold's still hovering. He's looking for a place to land." "Listen, boys," the fireman called. "Here's a song for Percy." Said Harold Helicopter to our Percy, "You are slow. Your railway is out of date and not much use, you know." But Percy with his stone trucks did the trip in record time, and we beat the helicopter on our old branch line. Percy loved it. "Oh, thank you," he said. He liked the last line best of all, and was a very happy engine.
mob of excited children poured out of Annie and Clarabel one morning and raced down to the beach. "They're the Vicar's Sunday School," explained Thomas. "I'm busy this evening, but the station master says I can ask you to take them home." "Of course I will," promised Percy. The children had a lovely day, but at tea time it got very hot. Dark clouds loomed overhead. Then came lightning, thunder, and rain. The children only just managed to reach shelter before the deluge began. Annie and Clarabel stood at the platform. The children scrambled in. "Can we go home, please, station master?" asked the vicar. The station master called Percy. "Take the children home quickly, please," he ordered. The rain streamed down on Percy's boiler. Ugh! He shivered and thought of his nice dry shed. Then he remembered. "A promise is a promise," he told himself, "so here goes." His driver was anxious. The river was rising fast. It foamed and swirled fiercely, threatening to flood the country any minute. The rain beat in Percy's face. "I wish I could see, I wish I could see," he complained. They left a cutting and found themselves in water. "Oh, my wheels," shivered Percy. "It's cold," as he stopped. "Whoosh," he hissed. "It's sloshing my fire." They backed the coaches to the cutting, and meanwhile the guard had found a telephone. He returned, looking gloomy. "We couldn't go back if we wanted," he said. "The bridge near the junction is down." They went to the guard's van and broke up some boxes for Percy's fire, but that did not satisfy the fireman. "I'll have some of your floorboards as well," he said. "What? My nice floor?" grumbled the guard. "I only swept it this morning." But he found a hatchet and helped. Soon they had plenty of wood stored in Percy's bunker. His fire burnt well now. He felt warm and comfortable again. Buzz, buzz, buzz. "Oh dear," thought Percy sadly. "Harold's come to laugh at me." Bump! Something thudded on Percy's boiler. "Oh!" he exclaimed in a muffled voice. "That's really too bad. He needn't throw things." His driver unwound a parachute from Percy's indignant front. "Harold isn't throwing things at you," he laughed. "He's dropping hot drinks for us." They all had a drink of cocoa and felt better. Percy had steam up now. "Peep, peep!" "Thank you, Harold," he whistled. "Come on, let's go." The water lapped his wheels. Ugh, he shivered. It crept up and up and up. It reached his ash pan. Then it sloshed at his fire. Whoosh! Percy was losing steam, but he plunged bravely on. "I promised," he panted. "I promised." They piled his fire high with wood and managed to keep him steaming. "I must do it," he gasped. "I must, I must, I must." He made a last great effort and stood exhausted but triumphant on rails which were clear of the flood. He rested to get steam back, then brought the train home. "Three cheers for Percy," called the vicar, and the children nearly raised the roof. The fat controller arrived in Harold. First, he thanked the men. "Harold told me you were, wizard, Percy. He says he can beat you at some things." Percy snorted. "But not at being a submarine," he chuckled. "I don't know what you've both been playing at, and I won't ask. But I do know that you're a really useful engine." "Oh, sir," whispered Percy happily.